is Tuesday, July 28th of 2026. We welcome everybody who is here. We would ask if you have any type of an electronic communication device, if you please put it on vibrate or silent. We would appreciate that courtesy. And we'll note that this meeting is being live streamed and recorded. We always begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we would ask you to remain standing for a moment of silence. And Mr. Kennedy, could you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. We'll have a moment of silence. Thank you, everybody. We have a roll call, please.
Commissioner Serrano?
Here.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Bedwell?
Here. We do have a quorum. Hopefully everybody got a copy of the agenda. I think, are there some left over there?
Yes.
Everybody needs one? Under explanation of procedures for the opening, I note that we set aside 2 times for public comment, one in just a few moments from now, and then one before we adjourn. If you'd like to make a comment, you're welcome to do so twice, at the beginning and at the end of the meeting. If you just want to speak once, that's fine. Or if you're just here to listen, that's fine. You're not obligated to comment, but we certainly welcome them. If you do have a comment, we would ask that it be related to county government matters. If it's a federal issue, we recommend you talk to your federal representatives. The same would be true if it's a state issue, that you talk to your state senator or state house member, or if it's a local municipal matter, city, borough, township, we recommend that you talk to your local elected officials. But however, if it's a county matter, you've come to the right place. So we'll get to public comment in just a few moments. Next on the agenda, we always set aside time for row officer reports and comments. And today, we're very honored and very proud of 2 of our elected row officers. Jody Clavin-Asaldo, who is our prothonotary and clerk of courts, and Tammy Crawford, who is our register of wills and recorder of deeds. I've said many times that the voters in this county, for the most part, have elected some really quality people. And these 2 ladies exemplify that. They are professionals in what they do, well-run offices, they're well-respected. To the extent they are so well-respected that the 2 of them separately have served and are serving as presidents of their respective associations statewide. Tammy was just elected president of the Pennsylvania Register of Wills and Clerks of Orphans Court Association for the entire Commonwealth. We congratulate you. Jody, and I'll need a little help, Jody, you were the president of, is it called the
Prothonotary and Clerk of Courts
Association?
Orphans is separate.
And when did you serve as president?
Last year.
So
half of 25 and half 26.
Well, we should have done this for you a year ago. So our apologies, but we wanted to spotlight both of you and congratulate you on the honors that you've received from your colleagues statewide. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that they've chosen you. Once again, given the quality of work that you and your staffs do day in and day out. We're extremely proud of you, and we wanted to recognize you. I'm going to have Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Sonata make some remarks, and then if each of you wish to say something, we certainly would welcome that. So, Dan?
Well, I think they got it right. We've got 2 young ladies here that are great at what they do. We're just glad they're here in Orange County and working with us. So thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Dan. I was expecting him to tease you a little bit. That didn't happen.
We're on camera. I can do that. I'll get
It's recorded.
Okay. Mr. Sonata.
I'll just echo my 2 colleagues' comments. I think this is more than people realize. There's 60 Jody, to get that honor last year, and Tammy, for you to take that honor to lead your organization this year, I think that speaks volumes of, as Chairman Bogus, and the quality of the work that you both do. Jody, you started working for Helen. Tammy, you started working for Jan, two long time great elected officials. And I think that shows with experience and getting that knowledge, you took it to the next level. I think that speaks volumes of both. I want to wish you the best. Just for the record, I've been here 2.5 years. I knew you both before in my other role as legislator, and coming up here, I got to see the hands-on with both of you. You're here every day, which we appreciate you here. Come early, leave late. You run a good office. And I want to point this out, both of you, from the county commissioner standpoint, you're always looking out for the taxpayers. Because I know that we made some changes over the last two and a half years. We've actually saved money through both of your offices. A lot of people don't realize that. What you do, anytime you do it, it's always, do its best to make it efficient. I just want to commend both of you from that perspective. So, wish you both the best and congratulations.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, we of course, as commissioners, we have a state county commissioners association. In my time here, I've learned the value of that association. I served on their board of directors for a number of years, never made it to president like the two of you have, your associations. But I've found, and I'm sure the two of you have found, the connections you make with your colleagues from around the state come in very handy. You can pick the phone up, maybe you have an issue and you have a question. Although I would think it probably works in reverse. You probably get a lot of calls from your colleagues wanting guidance and advice. But on top of that, you make friendships. You make friends with these folks from around the Commonwealth, and that's important as well. Well, we've talked more than enough. Jody, do you have anything you wish to say?
People don't realize what Lawrence County brings. We all get along together. In other counties, they don't do that. We all talk, we do everything. Our county and my thing is everybody, when I had my convention, I brought all Lawrence County. People don't realize, like Chief Justice Todd's from Lawrence County. The state court administrator, Andrea, is born and raised in Shannick. She lives in Philly now. Who else was there? Josh. I mean, everybody, Judge Motto, he's #1 in the state for his drug treatment court. It's just amazing what Lawrence County, the people bring. And everybody has roots here too. So it was very, Judge Todd was supposed to speak, she hurt her knee. And Morgan Boyd came because he works for the state and he came in for environmental. It was very, very nice. I brought all Lawrence County with me.
Again, we congratulate you.
Thank you.
Tammy?
I just want to say thank you for recognizing us today. And it's an honor to serve in this capacity. So thank you.
Very welcome. We're happy for both of you, and we thank both of you. Ladies, you're welcome to stay, but we also know that you're busy. If you have to head back upstairs, we understand. So we appreciate you joining us.
Thank you so much.
Take care. That takes us to public comment. If you wish to comment, we'll recognize you. But if you would state your name for the record, if you have something you wish to say at this time. Mr. Yeager?
Sure, yes. Fred Yeager, Rose Point, on here in Sylvia Township in Lawrence County, obviously. My concern today really is not a county problem. You guys, this isn't your problem, but I want to bring it to your attention. Maybe you can help along the way somewhere in your position. There's a bridge leading into Sylvia, leading into Rose Point. It's called the Pike Bridge. It's really old. He's not he knows the bridge. The bridge is slowly, weight limits are going down. Last year it was reduced to one-lane bridge. Frankly, I'm having trouble at the campground. I have customers that are afraid to cross the bridge. I have vendors that are saying they won't cross the bridge. I have to come out to the Harley store to pick up materials from the township is well aware of it. And I tried to contact PennDOT, and they were gave you a very polite response saying, this is a township bridge, and they need to take care. It's their problem. So I just don't know what to do other than to bring it to your attention that this is a concern for me because it's on the transportation improvement program, but it's like 2030, pretty far down the line, and I don't know when this will happen. I mean, I don't want it closed, but I need to have it fixed too. So I wanted to bring it, because you gentlemen run in the circles where you would have PennDOT's ear if it would come up in a conversation that, hey, what can you guys do about moving this up on your, that's basically, so it's not your problem, is what I'm saying, but it's.
Well, but you made a good point, Fred, that, you're one of our constituents, you're one of our residents, you're a well-established, well-respected business in this community. And my recollection is you even served for a period of time as a township supervisor. You were appointed. So you and your family have done a lot for this community. We did ask Amy McKinney, our planning director, to join us. Amy and my colleague, Commissioner Kennedy, we're all part of the board of the Southwest Pennsylvania Regional Planning Commission, which does interact a good deal with the regional PennDOT, PennDOT region being Allegheny, Beaver, and Lawrence County. And I was hoping Amy in particular would enlighten us a little bit on your knowledge of the Transportation Improvement Program and what role, if any, the commissioners could play on something like that.
Yeah, so Commissioner Bogler did send me the email yesterday letting me know that you would be attending, and I followed up with George just to get some background information on the bridge, because I wasn't 100% sure what bridge it was. Last time I met you, I came down with your wife and the commissioners for the Rose Point Bridge, right? Which is closed, and the county gave the township some funding to do a load study, which that was completed. My understanding is this is the bridge before that bridge, right?
Yeah, first one you come to before you get the Rose.
Yeah, so I had a lot of discussion between George, Matt from Taylor Engineering yesterday, who Taylor Engineering is the township supervisor's engineer. And then I also spoke with John Quatman, who is at PennDOT. In order for this bridge to get federal funds, it has to be placed on the Transportation Improvement Plan. Matt did make PennDOT aware of this in 2025, that they were concerned with the bridge and the deficiency rating of the bridge. So it is placed on the TIP, which is the 2027-2030 TIP. On that TIP, there's federal funding for design, utilities, and right-of-way. The actual construction is not set to take place until 2031. So I'm in discussion with PennDOT. I would like to make them aware of your concern, obviously, because yes, if that bridge is closed, what does that do for your business? And now nobody can access it.
Emergency services.
Right, exactly, 100%.
Department's going to take a big loop to get.
No, and it is, it would qualify for Act 13 funding, which is good because that means it's no local share. It's all covered under the Act 13 PennDOT funds, federal funds and local funds. But it's estimated to cost about $2,185,000. I'm sorry, my watch. Over $2 million to replace that bridge. Again, I've been multiple conversations yesterday and even this morning with Matt from Taylor and John Quatman. I did let him know that it is eligible for Act 13. And I just was going to give him a call after this meeting just to kind of get some feels from him if there's anything what we can do to maybe get this moving a little bit faster. So we are in the step in the right direction in order for it. You have to get it on the tip in order for it to get funded. It does take a while.
Okay, I wasn't aware there were any wheels turning.
Yeah, no, there are wheels turning. It's a process. Like I said, we had just adopted this tip. It's the 2027, 2030 tip. That was just adopted at the end of June of this year. And we started that process in June of 2025. So that was a year-long process. And the township supervisors and their engineer did exactly what we asked them to do. Hey, let us know what bridges need to get on the tip. So we are working in step in the right direction. But I understand your concerns, and I'm gonna talk to John and see if there's anything we can do.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you,
And
Fred.
Debbie has my email.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, right. So anytime, just email me. We'll do the best we can. So.
Okay.
And I've been talking with George, so he knows, and he can always call me too. So.
I'm going to see if both my colleagues wish to comment. Mr. Kennedy's on the executive board of SPC. Dan, do you have anything?
Yeah, I'm looking at Google Maps here right now. And I see the old, called the Iron Bridge. This bridge is.
It's right after you come off of 422.
Or is it right here?
Right about there.
So it's not called the Pike Bridge on the tip.
So that's not only your campground, but a lot of houses.
And the church.
And church. Yeah, it's gonna affect a lot of people. You're gonna come, I'm looking at Borough to come in to even bypass that.
School buses obviously travel that bridge,
Yeah.
garbage trucks and all kinds of.
You've got Amy's on board on this thing, and she'll keep me up to date. We'll see what we can do. Help George and his crew out. I've been down that road, so
Yeah.
I was a township supervisor when I had to close the bridge, and it wasn't pretty for the neighbors when they did that either.
I know it's gonna happen and it's gonna be painful, but we'll, on the other side of it, it's one of those things that has to be done. It's not like you can't.
You've been out of this bridge all over.
And Lily is supposed, I think Lily from SPC, she's the transportation director. She's supposed to be there tomorrow too, Fred, at the meeting. So maybe we can pull, if she does make it, we can pull her aside and talk with her too. So
The meeting, is this the comprehensive?
that's our steering
plan?
committee meeting, yeah.
Tomorrow, we're initiating, as we have to do every 10 years, the county's comprehensive plan. And a number of months ago, at one of our public meetings, we appointed a steering committee to work with the planning office to make recommendations to both your office, the planning commission, and ultimately the commissioners. The steering committee will be meeting tomorrow, I believe at 11:30
Yeah.
at Hutchison Center. And is Fred or Debbie?
They're both on.
You're
the
both,
steering-
both members
yeah.
of that steering
Yes.
committee, so. No, Chris, I'm sorry, you might want to make some remarks.
Yeah, I think the point I think is Commissioner Kennedy says, it's not just you that's affected by this bridge.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot. I have great faith in Amy and George. I mean, I think they can do something, they will. And you also need to contact your state representative and your state senator.
I have not done that yet, but I'll do that.
recommend that because when you get into the PennDOT end of it, there's dates and everything, and sometimes they can be effective. I did this for many years, we made phone calls, so I can't speak for that, but I'm saying sometimes with points that you're making, and you made some very good points today, like how it's affecting your business plus the other ones. A phone call from a senator or representative does not hurt.
Never know.
Even though with the tip and all the other stuff, so I throw that recommendation out there as well.
Thank you.
We'll certainly do what we're able to do from our standpoint. Both from in working with Slippery Rock Township supervisors, with you as a local business owner. The ironic thing is we have a number of areas with which we have liquid fuel dollars, but some of those areas are restricted. We have a pot of money that the state allocates to us, but we can only use that money for county-owned bridges. We're precluded by law from distributing those dollars to the municipality. And there's a fair amount of money in that fund, but the law doesn't allow us to share it with boroughs, townships, or cities. And goes back to Chris's point, maybe our legislators could take a look at that and give us some more flexibility. We've pointed out at many meetings that the county does own 28 bridges throughout the county. Closest one to you would be the McConnell's Mill Covered Bridge in the state park. That's a county-owned bridge. But that's what we're responsible for, are those 28 bridges from around the county. In fact, we'll be talking about one of them later in this meeting. But no, I appreciate that you emailed us, and appreciate Supervisor Johnson for coming in, and Amy, thank you. And we'll coordinate our efforts together to do what we can to help as best we're able to.
Thank you. That's all I can ask. I was just here to inform, but I could see you guys are already pretty well informed. I didn't know that.
Well, your email helped. So
Oh,
thank you.
yeah, I didn't know anything about it until after. So thank you.
By letting us know ahead of time, so we can get Amy on. She's our go-to person when it comes to these things. She does a great job. And thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
for that information.
And as we say to everybody that comes to our meetings, if you have to move along, if you have another commitment, we understand. You're welcome to stay for the entire meeting, but either way is fine. Thank you.
It is July and I've got a pretty
A lot of
good list
customers.
of things to take care of.
Okay.
So thank you for
Thank you, Fred. Take care. That takes us, well, I'm still on public comment, and I'll see if anyone else in the room. Yes, sir.
I'll come join you.
That's fine. You're either way. You're welcome to have your seat there. You can sit here, whatever's easier.
So I'm not really here to complain about anything, which might be good for you guys. I'm here to just bring up idea that I had.
Could you state your name?
Justin Byers.
Yes, sir.
So the idea that I had is that like currently, if you wanted to get like court documents, like court filings, complaints, judge orders, you have to go in person to the courthouse to pick them up. The idea I have is that to make it more accessible for people like me who work during the day, even Kristen knows I check them out all the time at Giant Eagle. I work during the day. I can't come to the courthouse every time to come get court documents. And right now we got a lot of court battles going on with data centers. The school district just had one with a bunch of other school districts, and the city's involved in several court battles currently. And I don't have the time to come to the courthouse to get all these documents. And currently the state and the federal government both have online systems where you can go type in by participant or docket number and search for a complaint or the docket, or if you're just looking for a search and order, you can find that as well on there. And I just think that we should maybe explore some options. And I'm not looking, wake up tomorrow and like, oh, it's online. Maybe 2-3 years down the line, we can say, hey, we have a online system so that people don't have to come to the courthouse every time. That might even save Jody some time of having to print documents for me when I come to the courthouse to, hey, I'd like to get this complaint for the Newcastle School District when they filed the complaint against all the other school districts to see what they're kind of alleging, what's their basis here, what's actually going, so I can keep myself informed of what's going on there. Same with the city of Newcastle. They got a bunch of lawsuits. They got a bunch of stuff with Devin Maresca. They got some stuff with Dan Glassman, and sure they got another thing they got a bunch of other things going on with some of their employees or whatever doing other things. And there's some things online, some things that aren't online, because as things move into like the federal court system and then come back to local, you kind of lose the trail there if you don't come to the courthouse to pick everything up. But there's a lot of people who work in, say, Pittsburgh, and they definitely can't come to get anything because they work the 9 to 5s or whatever, same hours at the courthouse or whatever. I'm lucky that I work retail, so there's occasionally sometimes where I can come in, but again, I have to find a time that's not a holiday, not a weekend, and they're not closed. So if I'm opening the store or working during the day, I can't come and pick up court documents and keep myself informed about what's going on, what did the judge say, things like that. I just think we should have at least explore an online system to have.
Well, thank you, Mr. Byers. First of all, I appreciate you taking the time to join us. Of course, Jody Asaldo was here. She is the pathonetary and, most importantly, clerk of courts, where the records, as you know, are kept. To give you at least a partial answer to what you're proposing or what you're asking about, I'm going to give you this document This is a organizational chart, and there's a lot on there. It would take you a while to go through it, but there's a reason I'm giving this to you. If you look at the top, those green boxes that are in a column or in a row are what are known as the row officers. And you'll see one of those green boxes does say Prothonotary Clerk of Courts. And you'll see the yellow box in the middle, which is commissioners. And you'll notice that the lines all end up reporting to the voters at the top. But what's interesting is you don't see any lines from the green boxes, who are the row officers, to the commissioners. Point being, those people, the green box folks, are independently elected. And accordingly, they don't report to the three commissioners. We're not their boss. Now, all those yellow boxes going down the middle of the document, those are various offices in the courthouse. Those are the offices that do report to the commissioners. In fact, Amy McKinney was just here. You'll notice planning is in one of those yellow boxes. So Amy McKinney does report to the three commissioners. Then if you go to the far left, you'll see the blue boxes. Those are the offices that report to the president judge. And we're not his boss either. The reason I'm pointing this all out is that in order for the courts and or the Prothonotary to implement what you're proposing, we don't have the authority to order them to do that. That would have to come from them. However, where there is interaction is the budget. So there would be a cost to something like this. And I don't know how inexpensive or expensive it might be. That's where we would work together, because one of our responsibilities each year is to pass an operating budget for all of the offices that you see on that document. And we also have to set the property tax rate to bring in the revenue needed to pay for the budget. So where we would work with the Prothonotary and or the courts would be from a budgetary standpoint. And that's where we do have authority to work with them, since we have that legal obligation to pass a budget every year, which incidentally, we do it on time, like some levels of government don't. I'll not belabor that point. We have to have a budget in place by December 31st of every year. And historically, we've always done that. Anyhow, what I would respectfully suggest, if you haven't done so already, you may want to talk to Jody. I'm not sure, I have to plead a little bit of ignorance here. I'm not sure how much she's able to offer online currently. Maybe there's a little, maybe there's a lot. I truly don't know. But I would suggest you speak with Jody and see what her thoughts are, because it would have to be initiated by her as her role as clerk of courts. And where we would play a role would be from the budgetary standpoint. Now, I'm going to see if Mr. Kennedy has any remarks.
Oh, that's exactly what you need to do. And if she wants to do it, then she's got to come back to us and get the money to do it. That's what.
Mr. Sonata.
I'll just echo what they said, Justin. I think you make some good points. You know, make it simple and easy for people to be able to get information. We're trying to be as transparent as we can. Always done that. For our 2.5 years of chairman, always done this career. So we want to provide them, and as they said, you know, to have that conversation with Jody, and would Judge be involved in that?
Possibly.
Because
Or the court, but more importantly, the court administrator.
How they implement something like that. Because a lot of times, if you would follow the report, you should be able to get it. But you sometimes, you know, like you're saying, there are people who can't be here because they're out of town working. You know, there got to be a process to be able to get it and pay the fee, whatever they have to do. So I think that would be the first step. And you know, I think from our perspective, we'd be happy to take a look and say, hey, this is going to be efficient, it's going to be reasonable. Ask them, these are county administrators, these are numbers guys. He's the one who funds and make sure everything is good. So no, I think you make some good points. So we appreciate you bringing that up.
Some of our departments through the years, within, let's say, the last 10 or 15 years, they are putting more and more of their documents online. But it varies from office to office. And best recommendation I would make is visit the county's website. You could see which offices offer what they offer online. That would be my recommendation. But no, I appreciate you've come to the right place. By being here today, and we appreciate you taking the time to do that. Have you met Jody before? As I said, she was just here.
Yeah, I've met her before. I've went there, picked up documents before, and she's given me some stuff like the complaint from Newcastle for free as well. So she's pretty good at her job. She does a great job over there.
But I hear where you're coming from the standpoint of people that may, because of their work schedules, may not be able to stop here between 8 and 4. So that would be our recommendation to you. And you're very welcome to keep that paper I gave you. That's yours to keep. Anything else, Mr. Byers?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
I just wanted to bring it to your attention so you could maybe, hey, Jody, someone mentioned this to me.
We'll do that.
Is that like, because I'll go talk to her after the meeting, because I'm sure she's up there.
That's fine. And like we said to everybody else, Mr. Byers, you're welcome to stay for the whole meeting. If you have to move along, we understand. Thank you, sir. Other public comment? Hearing none. Thank you all. We'll have public comment before we adjourn. At most all of our meetings, we receive from the controller's office the warrant register, which is a listing of all of the checks that have been cut. This particular register that we've been given is dated July 20. Dan and Chris, take whatever time you need to look it over, and whenever you're ready, I can take a motion for us to accept this document.
I've looked it over already, and I'll make a motion to accept the document.
So and I'll second it.
Thank you, gentlemen. Do either of you have any concerns? If not, we'll ask for a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sanada?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Colleen. The minutes of last Tuesday's meeting, July 21, they're in our packet. And please, gentlemen, whatever time you need, look them over. But whenever you're ready, I could take a motion to accept or adopt the minutes.
I already looked them over and I'll make that motion.
I've seen them as well, and I'll second the motion.
Thank you, gentlemen. And if there are no concerns, we'll ask for a roll call.
Commissioner Sanada?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next on the agenda would be written communications, where we receive, these are official notices that we receive. They're primarily dealing with state agencies that require that the commissioners be notified. Pauline, I might need your help. I don't have the cover letter for this matter involving Mr. Baumgartner out in Slippery Rock Township. Do you have that I can borrow? I have the notification document and the map, but I don't have the cover letter. This is all I have. Okay, I thought there was a cover letter, but it's probably
check on
That's all I want to say.
okay. Don't worry about it. We can get this into the record. What this is, we have received from the Department of Environmental Protection, the Bureau of Clean Water. We've been given notification of a planned land development for Chapter 102 permits. The applicant's name is Joe Baumgartner. He resides at 200 Muddy Creek Road, Newcastle, PA, in Slippery Rock Township. And it notes that the project consists of the construction of a single-family residential home and a driveway. Stormwater runoff will be controlled by one underground detention facility. And there is a map of the proposed site. We don't take any formal action on this. The law does require that we be notified. And just by coincidence with Mr. Johnson being here, more than likely, either you have already received this or you will be receiving it. Because the township, you got it as well?
Yes.
Okay. So all we basically do is we make note of the fact that we've received it, and then we just vote to enter it into the record. we were not obligated to take any formal action. That's done by the Commonwealth. The final thing I'll note that is the project area is almost 24 acres, and the surface waters that will be receiving stormwater discharges would be an unnamed tributary to the Slippery Rock Creek. George, I don't want to put you on the spot. Is there anything you wish to comment on about this? If not, it's okay.
No, we reviewed it also. Feel comfortable. He's been above and beyond on approaching us and meeting all the permitting and everything.
Well, it's good to see somebody building a house.
Yeah.
Always welcome that. So thank you very much, George. Mr. Sanada, questions?
Thank you, George, for all your efforts out there. Put in a lot of time on something like that. I think of you, I always think that big snowstorm we had. You guys have the hospitality to host the planning commission out there. And it was right after we put in about 48 hours straight of cleaning up those roads out there. You did a good job, George.
Thank you.
Mr. Kennedy?
I've just known that character since we went to boot camp together for supervisors. George got in at the same time I did. Still having fun?
Yes, sir.
Every day. Good, George. Thanks.
Gentlemen, may I have a motion to accept the correspondence regarding the stormwater control for land development at the parcel in Slippery Rock Township?
I'll make the motion.
And I'll second.
Thank you. If there are no other concerns, we'll ask for a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sanada?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Commissioner reports and comments. I get to go first today. As we noted earlier, tomorrow at 11:30, the Steering Advisory Committee for the Lawrence County's Comprehensive Plan update. That meeting will take place at 11:30 at the Hutchison Center at Pearson Park in Neshannock Township. I also want to note that next Tuesday, the commissioners will not be holding a public meeting. That coincides with our annual County Commissioners State Associations Conference, which will be taking place in Monroe County. And my two colleagues will be attending that conference. So we will not have a commissioners meeting. We will meet 2 weeks from today in this room, and it's open to the public. Mr. Kennedy, you're next, sir.
I don't have a whole lot. I was kind of gone into last week and into the weekend, so I was out of Lawrence County and enjoying a few days off. I know Chris made up for it though. He was everywhere.
Dan, thank you. Mr. Sanada?
Well, as I have to say, I had a very busy weekend. This coming weekend will be at CTAP and I won't be around. I did have a chance to go downtown Friday night, the first time I got to see the concert series, which we didn't have rain or smoke coming from Canada or anything else that came in. They did a nice job. They had a nice band down there, and it's been very successful, I think, for Newcastle. All those that are involved in that, I know that we can help sponsor that as well. And to see these young, talented groups that come in each week, different segments of music come in, and it's really great. I also stopped downtown Saturday at the farmers market. It's down by the Riverwalk now, and I know they're trying to get that to expand. It's been something going on for many years. And, just a shout out to Rachel with the Newcastle Development. Neighbors of Newcastle, she's doing a nice job trying to keep that tradition going down there. And so I wanted to stop and see it, and hopefully that's going to be well more farmer. They had something on which they're going to come out your way. And a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables and stuff. Had a chance to go down to Tues. They had the Carter's Cruise. This has been something I discovered about 3 or 4 years ago when I ran for commissioner. I went down that area because I didn't represent that area when I was in the House. And, I've gone every year since. It's a big car cruise. It's in honor of the young man who was killed in an accident back then. They raised a lot of money for good causes down there. We had the Wrangler band. A lot of great cars from all over the county, and from all over the region, actually. So it's something that grows every year to see that, and it's a good cause. So I got a chance to do that. I got back to town, stopped down at the Elks Lincoln 18, that's down in the south side, we had a family day, and back to school bash. I stopped there for a little while, and then I ended the day at Commissioner Kennedy's neighborhood of Wilmington. Amphitheater out there is beautiful. They've done a great job out there. And they have a concert series as well, and I'm happy to say the commissioners are helping to sponsor that one as well. And Nina Sonata was there. She's not related to me, but I've known the young lady since she was in fourth grade. Super talented. She lives in Pittsburgh now, but she comes back every summer to perform there. And her play leader, Mr. I'm trying to think. There was a lot of good people there that she dealt with. I saw Mrs. Gallo and her daughter, Natalie, who graduated with Nina back in the day. And she's a super Broadway girl. And there was a lot of talent in that class out in Shannon back in the 2000s. So I got a chance to see a lot of people. Mr. Cavalier, who directs a lot of the plays at the Playhouse, and he's done many of those great plays in Shannon. He was there, Mr. Play director. So it was a good weekend. And I ended up on Sunday out at Edwards for the Lawrence County ARF Animal Relief Fund. They had a big fundraiser. A shout out to Lynn Driver and Edwards for helping to host that organization, because it's a very good cause. And they ran out of food, and they ran out of tickets for their Chinese auctions. And then they did well. So that was my weekend. So Dan, you weren't kidding. It was one of those things, and it was good to be out because the weather cooperated. Unfortunately, it's one of the few weekends we've actually had some good weather. So that's pretty much all I have, Chairman.
Thank you, sir, very much. Take down to new business, and Mary Kelly, the director of our domestic relations office, is with us. Mary, if you'd like to come to the microphone. Ladies, what number will this resolution be?
Number 160.
160. Mary, thanks for your patience this morning. You're here today for a approval of a maintenance agreement for the fire alarm system in your office. And this agreement would be with Johnson Controls. We've noted many times that one of the state law requirements for county government is that all contracts in county government do have to come in front of the Board of Commissioners. Goes back to what we were discussing with Mr. Byers a little bit ago. Even though a number of offices don't report to us. For example, Ms. Kelly's office, she actually reports to the president judge. But the county code, the laws that govern county government, the county code stipulates that any contract does have to come before the commissioners. We have to sign off. So that's what we're here today.
Yes.
Mary, I'm going to turn it over to you, and you can tell us a little bit more about this maintenance agreement with Johnson Controls.
Yeah, yearly we have an inspection of our fire alarm system. They clean the fire alarms, they check the batteries, they make sure everything's up to date. And I also use that in my FBI security when we're audited for all that, because we would like to keep those documents as long as possible, the ones that are not in the mines. So we want to make sure that all works appropriately for our office.
Well, if I'm reading this correctly, this is a one-year contract. It would not exceed $716.93.
Yeah, the price went up $59.30. And I always work with Joe to keep an eye on this, and I'll continue to do so. We would look elsewhere if he felt it was inappropriate. So.
I appreciate that very much. Mr. Sonata, do you have questions of Mary? No? Mr. Kennedy? No. This is resolution 160, and incidentally, Mary, thank you. You attached the actual service agreement itself, so thank you for providing that. May I have a motion for Resolution 160?
I'll make that motion.
Second motion.
Thank you, gentlemen. If there are no other concerns, we'll ask Pauline to call the roll.
Commissioner Sanada?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carries.
Thank you. Mary, thanks for bringing this to us. You bet. And I'm sure you have to head back
Yes,
across the
sir.
street, so you take care. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Resolution 161, a few weeks ago, we took action to accept a resignation from the Lawrence County Federated Library System Board of Directors. We had a long-term member from Wayne Township, Mrs. Kindle, who was retiring from that board. And we do not appoint each library's board. We have 3 libraries in the county. We do not appoint those folks, but those 3 boards recommend people for the Federated Library Board. We do have the responsibility of appointing those folks. The Elwood Library has recommended that we give consideration to the appointment of Andrea Hauk, who has an Elwood City address. She does reside in North Sewickley Township, Beaver County. She's right below the county line, but the Elwood Library does serve that northern section of Beaver County as well. So what we would be doing today would be appointing Andrea Hauk. If I'm getting this right, it would be for a term, 1-year term, about 11-month term, that would expire on June 30th, 2027. Mr. Kennedy, any concerns?
No.
Mr. Sanada? No. Thank you, gentlemen. May I have a motion for this resolution that would appoint Andrea Hauk to replace Mrs. Kindle on the Federated Library Board?
I'll make a motion to appoint Andrea Hauk.
And I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. By the way, Mrs. Kindle's first name is Judy Kindle. I neglected to mention. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sanada?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carries.
Thank you. We thank Ms. Hauk and we thank Mrs. Kindle for their service to the community. Those are non-paying positions, by the way. Proposed resolution 162. We talked about this last week and indicated that we'd be looking forward to taking formal action. As we noted earlier in the meeting, county owns and maintains 27 bridges throughout Lawrence County. Earlier this year, we very sadly lost Bill Humphrey, who was a friend to many, many people. He worked for Taylor Engineering and worked very closely with many boards and commissioners as it related to, among other things, the bridges that we own and maintain. And every so often, we'll go out on a bridge tour and go out and visit those bridges. And Bill used to lead those tours. And I used to be just amazed at his knowledge of each bridge. He knew it all the way down to the bolts of those bridges. And it just astounded me how well versed he was, how much care he put into those bridges. We want to honor Bill's memory, and what this resolution would do would be to name the Stoughton Road Bridge, which is located in Scott Township, name it the William Humphrey Memorial Bridge. And along those lines, we plan to have a dedication ceremony at the bridge on Thursday, September 24 of this year. I have 10 o'clock written down. We'll confirm that. But we intend to invite Mr. Humphrey's family, his co-workers. We'll invite our 2 legislators from Scott Township. We'll invite the Scott Township supervisors, and it will be it's a public ceremony, so it'll be open to the public. And we We look forward to that day, but with very mixed emotions. I'd rather have Bill with us than having to sit here and name a bridge in his memory. But let me see if Mr. Sonata has any comments.
I just echo what you said, Bill was an honorable man. I've known him for many years. And from the commissioner, I really understood how much he knew. His institutional knowledge is something that's greatly missed because, as you said, Chairman, when we come to bridges, he knew everything about it. We took that bridge tour last year. I was so impressed. I learned a lot.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Kennedy?
The only thing I want to add is, our planning department, we should make sure they understood.
Oh, yes.
Bill works so well with Amy and her team over there that, I think they should be involved in this with us also. Bill is also a personal friend, he's a great guy. As I tell everybody, he's a guy that every guy wish they were. Just the way he ran his life and the way he worked. Just tremendous. Sad to see him go.
Couldn't say it any better than you just did. We would be remiss, and I assume you gentlemen would be okay in inviting our elected row officers and our 4 judges. Absolutely okay. Yep. We'll get that taken care of. So, well, this resolution would take official action to, and incidentally, there's precedent for this. We have a number of bridges throughout the county. More recently, the most recent bridge was the old North Street Bridge here in the city of Newcastle, which a number of years ago we named in memory of Corporal Albert Gettings. And down in the borough of Elwood City, the Ewing Park Bridge, maybe a good 10 or 15 years ago, we named that in honor of Sergeant Leslie Sabo, who was killed in Vietnam and is a Congressional Medal of Honor recipient. So there is a precedent for us having named, and we've had ceremonies at those bridges as well. May I have a motion for Resolution 162, please?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you both, gentlemen. If there are no other comments, we'll ask for a roll call.
Commissioner Sanada?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Resolution 163. This is a budget amendment. We do these when we do receive unanticipated revenue. And in this case, the revenue came in through the County Commissioners Association's grant program, through specifically their insurance office. We received revenue of $4,268.55. What we would like to do is earmark those dollars into the maintenance office's minor account in that same dollar amount. And this grant is for, I believe, expanding the water filling stations. Joe, do you want to give us some details? You played a role in this.
Last year, we ordered 3 water filling stations to kind of take the place of the old water fountains that we had. But we had additional ones that we weren't able to do due to grant funding and so forth. So this year, when the opportunity came about to reapply for the safety grant, that was one of the areas that we noted and we received funding for, was to be able to do the remaining 3 water fountains in the government center and the old courthouse.
Well, thank you you put a lot of effort into that, Joe, and we thank you for that. I've had some compliments about it. I've had some people.
They are, it's just kind of, it seems like, not to rehash, COVID kind of did away with the old water fountains. Most of them are turned off.
That's right.
So, the water filling stations are a little more sanitary and safer to use. So.
Well, thanks, Joe. Mr. Kennedy, any comments?
No.
Thank you. Mr. Sonata. May I have a motion for Resolution 163?
I'll make the motion for Resolution 163.
And I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Commissioner,
Did I miss something?
no, I'm sorry, you gotta get it roll first.
Yeah, let's do that. Does it pertain to this?
No,
Okay, we'll get the roll call and then we'll address your concern. A roll call, please.
Commissioner Sanada?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes, that means resolution 163 is approved. Yes, sir.
We actually have a resolution underneath. Typically, we do the administrative transfers last. We added a link transfer on from the commissioners, which would be a resolution. So you may want to do one resolution 164 from the commissioner's office prior to the administrative.
Makes sense for me, Joe, and I'm assuming
Sorry.
Dan, no, thank you, and I'm assuming Dan and Chris are okay with that. We're gonna jump down to number 6. This transfer does receive a formal resolution number being 164, as Joe mentioned. And this would be a transfer from the county commissioner's contingency in the amount of $1,286 into the line item for the allocation to the Newcastle Transit Authority. That amount is modified each year.
It is.
It changes each year, and which I think is why we had to make this change.
It is.
So thank you, Joe, for catching that. Chris, any questions? No. Dan?
No.
Okay, this is resolution 164, as noted, transfer of $1,286. May I have a motion?
I'll make that.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sanada?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Now we'll go back to item 5, and we'll go through these transfers. Chris and Dan, stop me if you would. Hopefully we can take one motion to cover them, but if you need to split them out, we can do that. Children and Youth Services, asking for a total transfer of $22,000. All of it is coming out of contracted provider care line item. 12,000 of that is going into the vehicle expense line item, and 10,000 is going into CYS's telephone line item. Voter Services is asking for a $375 transfer from their materials and supplies line item into their travel and training line item. Judge Nicholson's office is requesting a transfer of $880 from their contingency into their equipment and maintenance line item. The public defender, and a note on your printed agenda, the dollar amount is not listed. We'll clarify that. You can add for that line $211. The transfer request from the public defender is for that amount, $211 from their contingency into their line item for subscriptions and books. Mr. Kennedy, any questions? Thank you. Mr. Sanada? Would one of you care to make a motion to approve all of the transfers?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, gentlemen. There are no other concerns. We'll ask for a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sanada?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Colleen. We jump down to announcements. As noted, next Tuesday, August 4, there will not be a county commissioners meeting because of the annual conference in Monroe County. This board will reconvene 2 weeks from today, Tuesday, August 11 at 10 o'clock. Meeting's open to the public. My calendar shows that same day we have our quarterly retirement board meeting. If anybody knows anything to the contrary, let me know, but that's what my calendar is showing. The retirement board, which consists of the 3 commissioners, the county controller, and the county treasurer. We'll have our quarterly meeting that day. Takes us to public comment. We do have 2 folks in the room. If you wish to make any further public comment, this would be the appropriate time. Gentlemen, either of you? Thank you very much. We appreciate you both joining us today. You're always welcome here. Before we close, I always give my 2 colleagues any opportunity for their final comments. Mr. Sanada? Thank you, sir. There must be a meeting coming in here. A bunch of folks hanging out.
Yeah.
There is.
Either that or we're in trouble.
No.
And there is.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Kennedy, we can't adjourn until you make some comments, if you care to.
I'm good.
Okay, thank you. Ladies, Joe, anything we've missed to your knowledge? Okay, we thank you all for helping us pull this together, and we thank our visitors. There being no other business to be brought before the board, may I have an adjournment motion? Motion to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye, opposed, same sign. Motion carried. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Joe will, now the camera is still rolling, so Joe will turn that off. And,
Please don't swear at me, George.
thank you, gentlemen. Well, Chris, have a safe trip.
Peace be with you. Friends, we come to the 17th Sunday of Ordinary Time, and we're going to finish our reading of the 13th chapter of Matthew's Gospel, that great chapter dealing with the parables. And gosh, the ones we hear today are so fine. As I mentioned last week, there's a tendency to write the parables off as, nice little stories with a moral, and they're, kind of charming. No, the parables are cutting to the heart of the matter in many ways.